Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine's back! Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back into Attack on Titan. This is episode 58 as it appears on Crunchyroll, and well, the whole show pretty much changed, so I don't know what to expect anymore. I guess we'll see.
I mean, we made it to the basement. What else is there? Well, you know what? I'm ready, willing, and able to find out.
Yeah, twists and turns and, you know, expect the unexpected, but we really got hit with some big bombshells lately, so just excited to see what's next.
I got no musical quotes. I'm just anxious to get back into it. I mean, I could probably think of one or two in the next one, but let's go!
Oh!
海とは何かを説明しなければならない。地表の7割を占める広大な塩水である。
Kenny Omega!
The great intro music is back.
Oh, we got one more
back.
of this. We got one more.
I know.
And then it's something
They wouldn't
newer.
dare change it from this awesomeness.
Yeah, they might give us something a little more dramatic.
As long as it's not that power ballad again.
Oh, come on.
That one did kind of grow on me. It was all right.
Yeah, they're all great in their own way.
You just didn't like it because you couldn't go like that.
I know it didn't match what was going on in the show. Not at all.
No, it's
matched
the
the
only
No,
drama
you're
and the
wrong.
passion.
You're wrong, Oak. You're wrong, and you're dense.
What'd you say?
You called me dense.
Well, he's like
Opinions vary.
45th, 100th person to call you that for some reason.
This guy's dense.
You don't get it, Oak.
Oh my god.
Hey, who's the new guy?
Who's that new guy
Who's the
over
new
there?
guy?
Oh, we love it.
They all can't be loved, can they?
We should do like what is it, Jimmy Fallon or which one of the night show hosts
Oh,
do
Kim,
where
no,
you
we won't
read
do that.
you read the bad tweets about yourself. We should do that.
Maybe someday. I never say never around
That would
here.
be fun.
Ready to start this.
I like they're showing
brand
the
new
basement,
show.
but we've already been. Attack Titan.
Titan. Yeah, it's coming back down.
Taking a steam bath?
フクロウ、あんたは何者だ？
俺はエレン・クルーガー、9つの巨人の一つを宿している。つまりはお前と同じ。
One of the 9.
マーレ人になりすまし、血液検査はどうした？
医者に協力者が一人いれば済む話だ。医者は諜報員に向いている。実際お前はよくやってくれた。グライスが嘆いた通りだったがな。
俺はダメな父親で、ダメな夫で、
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
俺だけが人の姿のままここに。王家の血を引くユミルの民は特別だ。巨人の進化を引き出す。お前がもみ消したりしなければ、ダイナは。なぜ俺だけ生かした？
指が痛むだろう。
人の指をちょん切るのは気にならないらしいがな。俺たちは何のためにここで巨人にされたんだ？
何千人ものユミルの民の指を切り落とし、ここで巨人にしてきた。女も子供もだ。
Oh, well, we knew that. No.
時間がない。グリシャ、お前に最後の任務を託す。あの日、あんなことが起きなければ、お前はここまでマーレに強い憎しみを抱くことはなかっただろう。
俺を選んだ理由か？
それもある。この世を焼き尽くさんとするばかりだった。かつては俺もそうだった。王家の残党は革命軍となり、父はその一員だった。何も成し遂げることなく、生きたまま焼かれた。エルディアの復権を誓った。だが俺が実際にやったことは、今日まで正体を暴かれることはなかった。
Yeah.
戸棚の隙間から世界を見ているだけなのかもしれない。
俺に残された任務とは何だ？
始祖の巨人を奪還しろ。俺から巨人を継承してな。巨人化したお前に食われる。同じようにして始祖の巨人を持ち主から奪え。巨人の力を継承した者は13年で死ぬ。俺が継承したのも13年前になる。
Ah, there it is.
ユミルの呪いと言っていた。始祖ユミルが力に目覚めてから残り8年。 もうないな。
違う。これは何かの間違い。
9つの巨人を宿す者が、巨人の力はそれ以降に誕生するユミルの民の赤子に、
Oh, wow.
皆一様に見えない何かで繋がっていると考えざるを得ない。道を見たと言った。その道を通り送られてくる。すべて一つの座標で交わる。それが、始祖の巨人だ。
始祖ユミルの正体は一体何なんだ？
マーレ政権下では悪魔の使い。エルディア帝国の時代では神がもたらした奇跡。ダイナが王家の血を引くのは事実だ。
ではなぜ見捨てた？
敵の手に渡すべきではなかった。
Oh, wow. That's.
死ぬまで敵国のための子を生まされ続ける生涯の方が、巨人の力を宿した者ただ一人だけ。
俺に務まるとは思えない。生きたまま巨人に食われて死んだ。あんたは俺に聞いた。これが面白いかって。
Later, dude.
He deserved it.
Oh, yeah. 10 times over.
これが自由の代償だと分かっていたなら払わなかった。
戦え。エルディアに自由と尊厳を取り戻すために立て。
俺は、もう、
お前の家から持ってきた。
いられない。
戦えない。弾もないか。マーレに強制されたか。
俺に残されたのは罪だけだ。
お前があの日壁の外に出たからだ。大人になった妹は結婚し、だがお前は壁の外に出た。その行いが報われる日まで死んだ後も。これは、お前が始めた物語だろう。9つの巨人には、それぞれ名前がある。
So he does have all 9.
いついかなる時代においても自由を求めて進み続けた。名は
進撃の巨人。
Oh. The Attack Titan.
何してるの？進撃の巨人ってやってたよね、今。
いえ。
ほら！今のは何だったの、エレン。なんで誰もいないのに一人で喋っていたの？
こいつは15だぞ。そういう時期は誰にでもある。
後で僕が説明しますから、本人の前ではもう。
Glad they gave the age reminder.
Yeah.
何しに来たんですか？
出ろ。
Yeah, I keep forgetting he's that young.
まだ10日ほど残っていますが。
終わりだ。10日分の罰なら今判事が与えた。
地に伏せた英雄を牢に入れていてはそれこそ示しがつきません。
Little bit.
取り逃がしたノロマと来ている。
そんなことは。
She looks tired.
少し痩せたか。
She not been.
飯は十分食えたのに。
Oh, well, answers that.
Stress.
エレンは元気そう。
身支度を急げ。
何をするんです？
女王陛下がトロスト区に起こした。
今私の隣にはライナーがいる。私が恋文をしたためるよ。悪趣味な野郎だ。お前にこの手紙を届けると約束してくれた。こいつらを救った借りを返したいのだと。私はこれから死ぬ。後悔はしてない。そう言いたいところだが、正直心残りがある。まだお前と結婚できてないことだ。
Interesting. At least we got to see her.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa.
Getting all the memories.
Whoa.
その道は、すべて一つの座標で交わる。
何今のは。
Huh.
Well, it's through Ymir's family.
これで全部ですか？
何かお前だけにわかるメッセージはなかったか？
わからない。でも多分そんなことはしてないと思う。バカだな、ユミルって。バカだったんだ。
連れてきた。
入れ。
陛下。陛下。
陛下。
やめてよ。
グリシャ・イエーガー氏の半生、壁外世界の情報。これは彼ら調査兵団9名と、ここにはいない199名の戦。
199 others who are not here?
始祖の巨人がマーレの手に落ちれば、エルディア人は終わりだ。壁の王は民から記憶を奪い、壁外の人類は滅んだと思い込ませた。そこを楽園だとほざいている。臆した王から始祖の巨人を取り上げろ。
イエーガー氏はその後、使命を果たし。
Dude, another huge info dump.
Yep.
過去にエレンは無垢の巨人を操り、 窮地を逃れたことがあります。王家の血を引くものではないエレンにも。
あの時は一瞬だけ、全てが繋がった気がした。どうして、あの一瞬だけ。
私はダイナ・フリッツと申します。血を引くものです。
まさかびっくりした。どうしたの？
Yeah, what was that about? Let it out, Aaron.
何で
Let it
も
out.
ありません。
Ah, come on, it can't be nothing.
会議を妨げてすいません。
Well, something with Dinah.
God, I can only imagine the amount of pressure he's going on because all those memories flooding right now and everything going on.
なんでも彼は今そういう時期にあるようでして。
Like Levi said.
ああ、そうか。
I see, that's unfortunate.
年頃だしな。
He's that age, I guess.
二人にも話していない。殺したあの巨人が父親が前に結婚してた相手だったなんて。
Yep.
巨人にして俺が接触すれば始祖の巨人の力を扱える。そうだ。かもしれないだ。兵団はヒストリアをどうする？
Do you think he'll tell Armin? I mean, that's a lot to keep in.
Yeah.
巨人になる直前の記憶はなくなるんだろう。
そうとも限らん。後で誰かが見てるかもしれん。壁の中で人を愛せ。それができなければ繰り返すだけだ。みんなを救いたいなら使命を全うしろ。
ミカサ？アルミン？誰のことだ？
さあ、わからない。
What?
Oh.
誰の記憶だろう。
Whose memories?
Watching?
That's it. It's done.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot there.
Okay, good.
Oh, well, we'll hit pause on that.
Good, I'm glad.
Oh,
Good, I'm glad. Move on.
what another information dump. I mean, it was just constant dialogue this whole episode. I think this is probably the least we've said in at least a long time as far as reaction goes to an episode of this, because it was just constant information. But again, just to reiterate that there's the 9 Titans. They only live 13 years. So he wanted it to carry on. So Grisha got we're led to believe he got the ability, which, obviously he did. They didn't quite show it, but basically got the ability. And now this is how everything kicked off. Like I said, it completely changed the story of everything we thought we knew and where it's going now. Eren and Armin know now that they're on borrowed time. The only thing that I wanted to see covered was when the Ymir said that she was buried in the ground as a Titan for, I forget how many years
60
it
years.
was.
I thought it was 60.
Or 50 or 60 years.
I could be wrong.
I'm wondering how that played out. So if you could, folks in the comments, maybe help me out with that one, because I didn't think she would be able to live that long, unless that's just something with the master Titans of the 9, that they only live the 13 years. Perhaps that's what it is. But other than that, that's really the only question that I had out of this episode. I did like how, and it was quite, I guess you'd say, almost poetic, in that the truth of everything that happened and the real knowledge was found in books, which, as we all know, really, you can't really alter a book like you can so many other different forms of media. And I kind of found that interesting, as here we are in 2024, so much of our information is online. And yeah, you just wonder how easy would it be just to change and alter a few things. And no, that's the way it was. But when you have books and you own them and they're in your possession, it is what it is, and it doesn't change. So I found that very interesting, in how the king, is controlling everybody through that. That was just, I loved that part of it. That was fascinating. And again, we will see how things go forward. Now everybody realizes that there's another enemy beyond the walls, beyond the island. That's who they're really fighting. So, again, we've got 40-ish episodes or something like that to go to try to explain that. So who knows, in 20 more episodes.
30. Yeah, 30 something.
Yeah, so 30. So in 15 or 20 more episodes, maybe we get another flip and it becomes a completely different show again. Of course, having a little bit of fun with that. But yeah, what another info dump for an episode.
Yeah, it was kind of neat how they said they took out all the memories, and so that's how they thought that they were the only ones, even in those walls. But no, that did not stop Armin from knowing that, hey, there's something more out there, remember? And that's why I thought it was it was smart then too that he's writing everything down that Eren is saying in the the little holding cells that they were in, because then that way they, like you said, they have books, they have proof, because remember they kept on getting their memories wiped, that they kept thinking they're the only ones and nobody else. Meanwhile, like, they're on an island, there's this whole vast world that they, and what I like too is they threw in, it's 70% seawater that covers the world and stuff like that, and like everyone in that island is gonna be like, what? That no, come on. Because, I mean, they haven't even seen the sea or ocean or whatever. I mean, they've just seen the lakes and the fresh waters that they've had. So that was nice that they're keeping record of that instead of it always being changed out. And then, the curse of Ymir. Like, they're talking about it on the wall as we've already met Ymir, and leaving the note for Historia, which it was nice seeing Historia again and having the big room where they have the 3 books and your photo out there, and how and then it's nice seeing that Eren is starting to put things more and more together. So this show has been really good, and it hasn't pumped the brakes once. Like, this was no action in this one. Didn't need it again, because they always deliver with so much information that we like to hear and find out more about what's going on and trying to figure out the next steps going along in the show. But yeah, so far, so good.
Yeah, this was, Mason Quinn had touched on it a little bit, but as far as just dialogue versus action, I think this is the most kind of one-sided show that we've had that I can recall in the entire series. But it's just it just speaks volumes to how in-depth this story is, and how well thought out, and how many ins and outs and details there are to everything going on in this world. But yeah, I mean, it's heavy, knowing that if they're in the the 9 Titans, they've only got 13 years, and they have to find somebody else. Otherwise, when they pass, it goes to a baby that's born of royal blood. I mean, but and they, of course, they reminded us of Eren's age, only being 15 years old. Well, if he's 15 and he's got a max of 13 years. I mean, am I doing?
Yeah, he said he had 8
years left to take, or whatever it was, but he said maybe around 8.
Yeah,
so he's been able to change into a Titan for 5 years then, huh?
He's got. I mean, this guy, he's not going to make it through his 20s.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm understanding what they're saying correctly, so that's really heavy, and Armin too. And so now you have a situation where Mikasa is, her 2 people she's tightest with, Eren and Armin, have an expiration date. Now, granted, in this world, I mean,
who knows?
Not just in this world, but in the roles that they've taken. Obviously, it's a very high risk position. So, like, look, life expectancy might be a little bit shorter, but that's really, really heavy stuff. I mean, as far as, how would you live your life, the decisions that you make, and everything that you do, knowing that your time is limited. I mean, would you want to start a family? I mean, would you I mean, what would you do? So a very interesting question that's being, kind of put out in front of us, knowing that, 2 of our main characters have expiration dates, but yeah, really, really interesting. I'm still reeling a little bit, I think, from all this information, finding out how everything came to be as far as with the Titans and stuff, because, I mean, that was the big, like, where did they come from? How did it start? Why are there so many? What's the difference between the Titans? And, we're getting more and more of those answers, but you can never have too many answers.
No,
well,
I mean,
the original opinions vary.
The original is the best.
But yeah, a little bit different as far as the pacing for me, being mostly dialogue and a heavy portion of the dialogue just between the 2 individuals there on the seawall or wherever they were at. But yeah, another solid one.
Yeah, pretty interesting episode again. Like, these guys already talked about information dump. What I was kind of more interested in now was hearing a little bit more about the subject of Ymir, and how they were talking about here. The power is inherited by a baby yet to be born. If, I think, what was the setup to that? Eren was saying, oh, come on, work. If one possesses the power of the 9 Titans, dies without passing it on. How that scenario goes. So I found that very intriguing too. So I'm hoping we either get a really great example of it, and if there is one that I'm just not thinking of, which is very possible, I'll have to go back and watch some of these episodes over again. I'm in my quest of rewatching some of this with the dub, so take it easy on that one. But with this episode 2, I'm wondering now, because we had like this information dump, I wonder if the next one is going to be kind of the same, and then season 4 is just, you know, off to the races, knowing what we know now, and then just going and completely adding on. I know some of you said to keep writing down predictions. I just can't think of any yet after all this information overload from last 2, this one, and I can only imagine what the next one's going to bring out for information. But again, hearing you know, Grishaw's, you know, start with Kruger. Either way.
Oh, they call him the Owl.
Well, let's go Owl.
Just go with Owl. That's easier.
And then just that information dump there, right? Because I swear, somebody let me know if I'm wrong here, but I swear in episode 3x19, that was like 15 years prior, but here was pretty much 13 years at the end of his 13 years. So if let's just say I'm right in getting that timeline correct, when did he get the Titan injection? That's kind of what I'm wondering too, because obviously he is passing it down here. So I'm just kind of curious how he got it, and I'll probably have to watch again because maybe I missed it. But
yeah, because they only showed him like hiding in the closet, like he was saying. You know,
and that was
just
some
watching
intense shit too, right there, with him hiding in the closet watching that fire.
Yeah,
and then that revealed too a little bit of some information around that, especially how fueled he was to get payback, and then saw it with Grisha.
Recognized it in him. Yep.
So
fire.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, pretty heavy between those two. I'm glad we kind of got that conversation between them. You know, basically, kind of here's part of the reason why I chose you to be the Titan of me. So
yeah, the other thing that I found real interesting is that you never know how the smallest things you might do might completely change or impact the future. And all it was him and his sister going outside the wall, and that completely changed everything. Like Owl here was saying that, you know, your sister might have got married, she might have had kids, might have, you know, just lived a normal life and had a family, but because you made that one small decision to go outside the walls, everything is completely changed. I mean, that's like a butterfly effect to the nth degree.
Just a little bit.
And then with the emotion, all this, like the heavy stuff that Eren's taking in right now, I'm a little concerned for Mikasa, first off. She did not look healthy coming out of there.
No.
And Eren mentioned that.
Yeah, we're getting food. Yeah, what's up?
So food's been taken care of, so I'm
stress.
That's my next conclusion.
She's just maybe tired from everything she's been
doing. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
so hopefully she's okay here.
Well, and for Mikasa, I mean, if she's going to lose the two people that's closest to her, it brings in the element of, well, what the hell am I fighting for anyways? I've been doing all of this, trying to make the world a better place, trying to have something for my friends and the people I care about, but they're all going to be gone anyways. So why am I even doing this? And I think she's going to have to find that answer in the next few episodes.
Well, I didn't get that out of this one just yet. She seemed pretty just physically beat.
Yeah.
And then trying to take in all that information.
So I think it's a combination of the two, because I mean, look at that, how long that battle went, and she was in it the whole time, and she's not a Titan like Armin and like Armin and Eren.
Well, kind of what I was trying to get there too is I'm happy that they reiterated to us, for us at least, that Eren's 15. He's getting all these memories just flooding into him. And while he was sitting there taking it in, like hysteria, like, well, if they know what I know, what's going to happen to her?
Right.
Just that trickle effect of, I have this information, but I don't know how, or I don't know if I'm ever going to say it, and just keep it to myself. Just crazy how that's going to happen.
Well, and Historia getting all that information passed through her just through the paper. I wonder if there was something where
that was pretty cool.
I wonder if there was something where you know, her sweat or her something oils from her hands
because of her bloodline that she has somehow connected still to
But it was interesting that the letter was the trigger that caused it to happen, and I'm just wondering if it wasn't because of
We're
something.
probably forgetting something about
Since it was
the,
from Ymir.
touch.
So.
Yeah, because it was from Ymir. She touched it, maybe. Who knows?
But another good episode as always.
Good.
We've come to expect nothing less. And so for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
その巨人はいついかなる時代においても自由を求めて進み続けた。
進撃の巨人。
Whoa.
What was that? There's been different attack titans.
壁の中で人を愛せ。それができなければ繰り返すだけだ。ミカサやアルミン。
Who are they?
ミカサ？アルミン？誰のことだ？
さあ、わからない。
I love that. Yeah, we didn't even talk about it. Whose memories are those? So they get future memories, perhaps?
Oh, and there they are as kids. Kenny Omega.
God, you guys reach.
I kind of want to replay that and watch that again. That was another, even though it was like from the previous episode, still a lot.
Yeah, kind of a recap, but still very good.
Very.
Holy shit, this journey's almost over. I mean, what are we going to do?
It's not. We got like 40 episodes, 38, 36 episodes left.
I think 30.
Well, we're
31?
at 59. I think there's like 94 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, so we've still got a third of it. We're only 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah.
We've got a third
It's
of it
going to
left.
go by quick, Dave.
Yeah, they could
Feels
change
like we
the
just
whole
started
story.
started this last month.
I mean,
What's that?
Feels like we just started this
Oh, I
last
was
month.
going to say, wow, we've...
This is our last time hearing it.
yeah, potentially.
Possibly.
Unless they realize how awesome it is and they keep it.
I
We'll see.
don't think they're keeping it.
I'm sure they looked into the future and like, that Mason Quinn on
said-
Bad Medicine really liked this song.
No, they listened. They said, this song is awesome. We must keep it. Whose memories are these?
Yeah.
What if that's really happening in real time?
And Mason Quinn is a Titan.
Maybe.
Other side of the wall. Oh, what does this mean?
敵は世界。壁は大混乱に陥りますぞ。測りかねている状態にあるのだ。
Neither have we.
公表しましょう。レース王が民から奪った記憶を100年後の民にお返しするだけです。
So, yeah. That's why there was peace for a century.
人類を脅かす人食い巨人の正体は人間であり、ユミルの民だった。だが人類は滅んでなどおらず、ユミルの民をこう呼んでいる。
Yep, that's right.
敵はこの土地の資源獲得を口実に侵攻を開始する超大型巨人らの襲撃であると。
そりゃ信じたくないですよ。そんな話。
あなた方が危惧した通りの混乱状態です。
ああ。でも仕方ないよ。
あなた方を誇りに思います。
今度は調査兵団を担いで記事を書くといい。
マルロ・フロイデンベルクは俺と同じキューボ入団の新兵で、その中でも俺たちをよくまとめてくれた。あいつはすごいやつだったよ。
知ってる。だから私の言うことなんて聞かないんだろうね。
あそこに行ったことを後悔しただろ
う。Poor guy.
ありがとう。式でヘマしたら笑ってやるから。
なんでそんなこと？
で
Well,
も。
that's... Yep.
エルヴィン団長を生き返らせようと必死だったことは知ってる。
団長がふさわしいと思った。
Oh, wow.
報告書を読んだ誰もがそう思った。なんでエルヴィンじゃないんだって。
Hey, let's pump the brakes, dude.
合理性に欠ける判断を下したからだ。大事なものを捨てることができなかったからだろ
う。punch him.
もうお前そろそろ黙れよ。なんだって自分が一番正しいって思ってんだろ。だから最後まで諦めなかった。聞き分けのねえガキみてえに。
punch him.
A lot of fighting words here.
エレン、
He's
もうい
pushing
いから離れて。
その点ミカサはまだ大人だった。最終的には諦めたんだから。
punch him.
これから死んだ仲間を弔おうって式の場なんだぜ。
エレンとミカサを止めるわけでもなく、 これから補充する調査兵団には本当のことを言えよ。俺みてえな腰抜けが間違って入ってこねえようにな。そんな雑魚にだってな、寝踏みする権利くらいはあるだろ。
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah.
フロックが正しい。この状況を変えることができるのは僕じゃない。
Kind of beg to differ a little bit, but
Yeah, that's just
I
like
mean, Erwin
your
was-
opinion.
Erwin was top notch, but Armin's good too.
And you still have Hanji as well.
未来は誰にもわからないはずだ。お前は見たのかよ。
Oh, there's Levi listening to the whole thing.
壁の外には何があるんだ。
海。
そうだ。俺たちはまだ何も知らないんだよ。砂の雪原も。
Is Armin gonna get the memories? The future memories?
きっと壁の外には自由が。
Oh no!
Yep.
Showing that.
おいガキども時間だ
God,
Oh,
can you imagine
Flash
having-
was saying all that. It's like, you know, Levi could just like dismantle you right now. So good.
But just Eren having those memories of basically his aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Armin was gonna get some flash of information from the previous.
またあの惨状が繰り返される。自分の命ぐらいいくらでも捧げてやるのに、ヒストリアを犠牲にする覚悟がない。どうすればいい。誰にも。
Oh man! Whoa!
Oh, now he's getting the memories.
私は壁の外から来たエルディア人。今すぐ壁に攻めてきた巨人を殺してください。
That was Dad.
It was.
Yeah.
But I thought,
But now he knows.
Man.
Now he knows for sure.
Whoa, that was
geez,
quick.
there's a
We'll have to come
lot.
back to that card.
Something about waiting around for extermination or
積もった雪が溶け出す頃、相当されたと発表した。避難住民が故郷へ帰ることを許されたのは1年が経過する頃であった。
another year down.
最初の超大型巨人襲来から6年、調査兵団はウォールマリア街への壁外調査を開始した。
Well, 6 years since the original attack.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
お前の読み通りだ阪神ウォールマリア内に入っていた巨人がほとんどだった
We're on a quest.
A quest.
Quest for fun. God, man, we have seen such a tone change with Eren in the last couple episodes, and it's granted, it's right. I mean,
Yep.
can't blame him for all the shit he's been through.
Oh boy.
巨人だ。
Who's it gonna be? It's the finale.
Yeah, it's the
I'll
season
just
finale
reminding
here.
everyone.
あそこに
Just like Reese.
動けない。
壁まで進もうとしたんでしょ。
It's been stuck for that long.
Wow.
Take it out
Stuff
or-
was able to regrow.
楽園送りにされた俺たちの同胞だ。
Oh,
Wow.
行こう。
it's a new
近いぞ。
one.
こいつをこのまま置いてくのか。殺さなくていいのかよ。
That would be my first thought. Wow, were we gonna get there before time ends here? Oh, dude, they're gonna go.
We're gonna get there. Let's not forget Zeke is still out there.
Yeah, and he picked up
Oh, guys, look at this.
Well, looky there.
They are there.
There.
holy shit.
ここの場所でエルディア人は巨人にされた。そしてあの先に。
Oh, I don't like the way they're doing this coming around the corner.
Finally made it to the sea.
Oh, you can see the water reflecting off the rock.
No, look at
Oh.
that.
What a moment.
This is
It-
kind of
I mean,
big.
they've
None
all
of 'em-
made it.
None of them thought this was real,
Yep.
you know?
Or possible.
Oh, that's nice.
So they're able to do this without having to worry about a Titan being around. How crazy is that?
It's salty.
おい阪神 毒かもしれねえから触るんじゃねえ。
I mean,
That it is.
海の向こうには自由がある。ずっとそう信じてた。
Oh, let's not get your ODM gear in there, all salty.
海の向こうにいるのは
yeah, they have no concept of that,
敵
really.
だ。親父の記憶で見たものと同じなんだ。向こうにいる敵、俺たち、自由になれるのか？
Oh, that was quick.
Oh.
It was real quick.
I mean, that was heavy. It was impactful, but still heavy.
I'm just so happy they got to see the ocean.
Yeah, we had the 1 year time jump.
Oh, what is this?
Brought the seashell back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
there's the
you
to be continued. You.
To be.
Hey,
continued.
stop. Wow. Another.
We gotta, find that.
Yeah, they did
bonus
it.
cards.
They did it again. This was the finale, and if I'm to be understanding that correctly, the small screen at the end was showing us what happened when the Eldians essentially get to the Marley, and potentially that's the battle that happened. It's kind of what it looked like to me. That's why I'm going to take it. If I'm wrong, I'll just have to wait till the next episode to find out, but I'm pretty sure that might be what it is. And I thought when they were showing the seashell at the end, I was thinking they might pan up and it would be an even older version of Eren. I thought that's where we were going to go, but guess I'll again have to wait until season 4 to find out that information. Maybe, who knows? But again, they finally made it. Our crew finally got there. Everybody saw that it's true. I mean, because it's one thing to read about it and be told and that sort of thing, but when you actually see it for your own eyes, and now that just changes your whole outlook on everything. It completely changes everything you've known your whole life. And I can only imagine what our crew is going through. They did an excellent job of showing that on all their faces as they were there. And I think as overwhelmed as they were by seeing the ocean, that it was the realization of everything they thought they knew is officially out the window. So another fantastic episode. Of course, we had a couple of cards here that explained things. I just read them very quickly from what I saw. Essentially, if I caught bits and pieces of it, it was, better to, die on your feet than, or fight. Better to go out fighting on your feet than, just laying down essentially and taking it. I forget how the exact phrasing goes, but that's kind of what it looked for, waiting for your extermination to come, which is what they played into on the whole first episode. They even kind of said it, how they were inside those walls and they were just essentially, I kind of thought they were just in a cage, just waiting to be eaten or taken out whenever the Titans decided they want to. And obviously, we learned that things are a little bit different there than what we thought, but the theory is still kind of the same. You're just hanging out on this island, just kind of waiting for everything to happen to you. And it's interesting that Eren was kind of running through the scenarios in his head. What if we get to the mainland? What if we take out all of our enemies? Will I finally be free? And will we finally be free of everything that's been happening to them? So I can't wait for season 4. I'm sure it's going to be outstanding, and it probably will not let off the gas on the telling of the story here. So just a great episode, a great way to wrap up a season. I think you kind of got a nice finish, but then again, you got just enough tease at the end to keep you interested for the next season. And obviously all you folks had to wait for it.
Yeah, I like how they did that. They did, I was wondering, is it going to be just information or is there going to be action? Well, there wasn't any action, but they did their best to kind of tease us with, going around the corner, I don't know if it'll make the cut, but always I don't like these camera shots. I was thinking the same thing because it's oh man, is there something lurking? But at the same time, my thought is, well, now that they know all the secrets of what, the Titans are and that they are them and all this whole, getting put on our own island and we're starting to get our memories back. Does that mean now Zeke and Beast Titan are they now, hey, we can talk and try and figure out that, hey, we're not enemies here. It's them that put us all over here. We're now on common ground. And it just took a little getting knocked in the head around for us to finally figure it out and, to eat a Titan or two so that we can get their memories to figure it out. But I liked the time jump for what was, at least it was,
a year.
They did specify for sure it was a year. I know that it snowed and it melted. So I was just, but anyways, we saw Eren with a nice long flowing hair looking nice. And so it was nice, they saw one Titan, but didn't take him out. And like when Eren put the hand on the head, reminded me of, Starship Troopers.
Oh, jeez. No spoilers for any of these guys.
I like Neil Patrick Harris. If you know, you know.
Like How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay, maybe that way then too. But so that was pretty cool. And then we saw that Eren even got the memories just from kissing Historia's hand. That we saw that it was in fact his dad. And then even before that, the displeasure from Flotch, was that his name, of Armin, and he's like, well, everybody thinks so too, that you should have went to Erwin. Well, I get it, but at the same time, who has been right like almost every time and has always been like 2 steps ahead of everyone else? It's always been Armin, so that's why we're always Team Armin. Plus, we still have Hanji, so I think we're still doing good. Yes, it was a tough loss, but I still think Armin is still the right man for the job.
Well, and Levi had the final say, and he's not emotional. He's going to make a logical decision. So it was at the end, it was up to him.
Well, and then to one the Patreon or YouTube members' comments, they mentioned, if it wasn't for Erwin, I can't remember which spot it was. I think it was early season 3. One of the leaps of faith that Erwin took. That was kind of like, if that didn't pay off, then they were goners.
Yeah, they were.
So, I mean, it's tomato, basically personal preference when it comes to Erwin. And
oh yeah, I mean, he was still a great leader, and everything he wanted. No, we love Erwin. I wish we'd had 2 vials, obviously, but we only had 1. And then I really loved the ending. They finally got to the sea. They even did the little, little flashback to when they were kids talking about it in the book, which I thought was just great. And then Eren going there. So I am definitely pumped for season 4 because this is so much fun. I love this show that we thought, okay, the Titans are the enemies. Well, they're all Titans, or they all can be Titans. Okay, so then now who are the enemies? Well, now let's go get them.
Yeah, I think this particular episode had a lot of really powerful imagery, and it didn't need to have any sort of action whatsoever to be really, really good. I think, Answer touched on it a little bit, but I think probably the most powerful imagery for me in this was when they found the Titan out there. They knew it had previously been a human. They called, it said it was a patriot, and there was sympathy there. It was face buried in the dirt. Obviously, it had been crawling for a very long period of time. They made a point of, in the attention to detail in here, I think is pretty incredible. They made a point of showing like it indented the ground, but the grass had all grown back. I mean, how slow is this thing moving? And, since the first episode, it's been like, take out the Titans, take out the Titans, take out the Titans. And they just rode off and left it there, which was interesting because given the physical state that it's in, you'd almost think the mercy move would have been to take it out, but it was just you can tell the relationship between our team and the Titans has shifted drastically. Now, of course, had they came in contact with a Titan who was threatening them physically, I think it would have been business as usual out of necessity to protect their own lives. But I think moving forward, there's going to be a level of sympathy there for the Titans that previously wasn't there, especially knowing that, like, the Titans were people, and it wasn't even their choice. A lot of them. I mean, this was an act of brutality, turning all these people into Titans. So it shifts a lot. another thing Answer touched on is how powerful the imagery was of them looking at, this book and the picture of the sea, and was it real or was it a myth? And you spend, they're young in this series, but you spend the better portion of your life wondering if it's a fairy tale or it's real. And I'm sure there was all sorts of people, it's just stories and books, and they finally got an opportunity to see it and to dip their feet in the water and experience it for the first time and to experience the vastness of just looking out into the sea and this is big. So much imagery that was really powerful, and it just feels like a whole new world has opened up. And then on top of it, they threw in the dialect, which was the dialogue that was probably the most powerful for me, is just wondering, well, what do we do next? Are there more enemies out there? And it's so you're just experiencing so many things all at once with so many thoughts, and there was so much that happened in this particular episode and so much symbolism that I thought this was a really solid way to end off this particular season. Of course, it wouldn't have been out of character or a big surprise had there been some sort of battle, or when they were coming around in a corner, I was waiting for the Beast Titan to come out with a handful, just smashing the rocks, and then throws it in to be continued, and we'd have been like, that's what they do. But they gave us some level of closure, but also it was pretty open-ended, and of course,
and kind of
hope. But they had that scene where it was like all these things, and that's what I'm like, okay, is this like what things that we didn't see that led up to this? I mean, part of it almost looked like World War One. They were doing trench warfare and old biplanes that were fighting. And so I'm like, okay, is this foreshadowing, or not foreshadowing, but a picture of what happens when they do go past the sea? Or is this a picture of, the history that led up to where they're at that nobody remembers because their memories were all wiped? I mean, what sort of history they have where we're at right now, given that, everybody lost their memories, and right now the only people, as far as I understand, have access to memories are people who are Titans and touching hands and being able to see the past through others in the regard that we saw in this episode. But this is such a solid, satisfying, right? And I feel like we can all just take a deep breath. It's not that we're not all wildly excited for season 4, but it's not that wild cliffhanger. It's a nice sense of closure in some regards, and in a peaceful ending to a show where peace has not come very frequently whatsoever.
Yeah, no, to piggyback off you on that, to what you're saying, if it were to end now, which it's not clearly, but if it were to end now, it would be satisfying, right? To just be like, wow, there could be some dangers out there, but they left us on a high note of no one died in this episode. They had the funeral, right? But I'm just saying no one died from our crew here. So it was actually nice to see that no one got hurt either. But yeah, when they got to the wall, I was like, oh my God, it was slowly hitting me that this was actually a huge moment for them to go to actually get their to leave the walls and really not have any worry, like Levi was just kind of mentioning there to Hanji a little bit, and Hanji's like, yep, let's just go. Basically, Levi was kind of saying that they took out the majority, if not almost all, the Titans that were there in the 1 year. Yep. So again, the slow impact of it hitting me like, wow, they made it to the wall. Holy shit, this is actually kind of a big moment because of everything they've gone through to get to this moment. Eren being like I think it was you, Oak, mentioning, they put his hand on there. It's a fellow patriot. I thought that was pretty interesting too, that, when he grabbed Historia, and the memories came crashing back there. That was intriguing too. I can only, Eren's only 15. Can only imagine what is going on in his head now, especially with
16 now.
Well, 16 now. Only going on in his head during this time, because again, with all the memories that keep crashing back, and it's just like in different moments, or if he's touching somebody now because he has all this ability. So, and again in here, he was talking about, how do I can't tell anyone, what happens if I do tell someone.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it puts-
figured Armin would be the best one to tell, but even then, he was just kind of mentioning like,
Yeah, it puts Historia in danger. So
yeah. Again, I'm satisfied with the way they did ended season 3 here, and this isn't a nitpick. I'm just curious. I thought for sure we'd be seeing a little bit more Zeke in these final 2 somehow, some way. Just somehow, some way. Not even it has to be a battle or anything. I figured it'd be like a quick throw 2 over here.
yeah, show things from his
5
point of
seconds,
view.
maybe he has something sinister or just something to say, or even if it's just him watching from like a high vantage point off top of a mountain, just watching him kind of cruise by and him trying to assess the situation. So I can only imagine what's going to happen in season 4 now with Zeke, because that's clearly unfinished business, because we still got him and Brock just kind of roaming around out there. But again, beautiful moment with them being in the water finally.
Oh, that was fun.
That was so cool.
They didn't know what to do. It
Didn't know
burns
what to-
eyes.
Get it, yeah, Levi, get out of there. It might be poisonous, stuff like that. And then, again, a heavy speech by Eren at the end. So, all in all, like you guys were saying, it did not need to be, and not that anyone was saying, it needed to be this that we've noticed, but satisfying end for season 3. I guess I'm ready for the gasoline to be poured on season 4 to see what's going to happen. And if that's not even the case, then either way, ready for season 4. I can't wait.
Wild ride home.
We've got a big season 4. I mean, if you think about 3 seasons broken down over the course of 59 episodes, you math that out. It's basically 20 episodes a season. I know that's not exactly what it equaled, but the final season about roughly double of all the content that we've gotten in each previous season. So they are giving us a lot for season 4. So I'm going to agree with Simon Dave. I'm sure that there is going to be some serious gas.
Hellfire
Well,
and
and
brimstone.
one question I have is: there's still somebody encased in a diamond
Yeah,
back home.
What is Annie?
We still got the Annie story.
What's happening there?
Yeah.
We shall
Well,
see.
and
A lot
the,
to cover.
and the thing about
Hopefully.
Annie is, now that they know more about the history of how,
They know a
who
lot.
she might be, what she might become, and how much of that does she know?
Yeah.
What does she all know? Is she, familiar with the whole history of how everything started, and would that change her opinions as to how to, move forward with everybody around her? So many questions.
So much. Can't wait.
So much fun, though. I am so happy.
And look forward to the new music. I know
We're
some
looking
people were
forward.
saying.
We're looking forward to more of this. This is so much fun. Hopefully, you guys are having just as much fun as we are. So for Diamond Dave, who keeps coughing over there, Appleton Oak. That's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. Catch you on the next season, pals.